Alright, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel. This week, we're talking about some cranks that got recalled. But before we get into today's video, if you're new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button for me. If you already are subscribed, make sure you hit that bell icon right next to that. That way you get notified every time I upload. That way you don't miss any of this awesome cycling content on this channel. So like I said, today we're talking about some cranks that got recalled back in 1997. That's why we have the Trek mountain track behind me. So, a while ago I posted a video about installing like pedal straps and how you install pedal straps on a bike. And I happen to use the Trek mountain track here. It's my wife's mountain bike I built up for her last year. She really doesn't mountain bike much. It's more so she can ride kind of more loose gravel roads and have not a problem. So, I posted that video like a year ago. And one of you guys actually commented, I'll give you credit too. Daniel Pittman 889 commented on there just a few days ago and said, hey, your cranks are recalled. And I said, what? My cranks are recalled? And so I looked at it and I was like, I don't know why they'd be recalled. So I searched them. So I went on Google and I searched Shimano crank recall. And there was a recall on July 1st of 1997 on these Shimano cranks. Pretty much it was the Shimano cranks. The part numbers were CT90, M290, and MC12 are the part numbers for that recall. And I went, oh, okay, I guess I should figure that out. So my first thought immediately was, okay, I'll just get new cranks for it. No big deal. Just swap the cranks out and we'll have a good running bike again without worrying about the crank snapping, which is exactly what the problem was. The hazard was the crank is used to connect the pedal to the frame of the bike. The crank breaks, the rider's leg will be injured by contact with the broken crank, or the rider can lose control of the bike, fall and injure. Essentially, the cranks are made to snap. You can kind of tell if you look at the style of it, it's kind of a very thin arm versus a lot of the cranks out there that you see. They're very thin style arm, which is kind of weird. And once you go, oh yeah, that would suck if that broke because it was so thin. You go, okay, I guess I should do something about it. So I went and looked, and they still have a consumer contact number, and they say consumers should stop using their bicycles immediately. Call Shimano at the phone number to arrange for free replacement and installation of a new crank assembly at a nearby authorized repair shop. I mean, cool. So pretty much they said there are more than 1 million of these units there. These cranks were still put on bikes for a long time. They're put on more than 200 models of bikes manufactured since '94 and sold under 49 different brand names, at least 49 different brand names. So you can still have these cranks. I've heard reports from just searching around that some shops still have them for some reason and they sell them. So it's something you want to take a look at for them. So I'm going to tell you guys where you can find the information. So the information on the cranks is actually going to be on the right side, so pretty much the side with the gears on it. You're going to look at the back side of the crank, and that number is going to be on the back there. So it's going to be right stamped on the back, and it's going to tell you what the number is, and you just compare it to those numbers I said at the beginning of the video. So like I said, my first thought was I'm just going to replace the crank. No big deal, let's buy a new crank set. After I did some searching though, I found that Shimano still covers this recall. You can still get parts to repair your bike and get it fixed up and be good to go. And supposedly they do more than just replace your crank set. They do the cranks, the bottom bracket, the front derailleur, and the chain. They do all of that under this recall. I'm not gonna need the chain. They do all of that underneath this recall, which made me go, that's a lot that they would do just to change that. I'm like, I mean, this bike, I could use that. You know, I'm just like, I mean, if they still offer it, why not? It's not like I need this bike and use this bike every day. It's the end of November right now. I'm not in a hurry to use this bike. My wife's not going to ride it because it's too cold, and it's not mountain bike season. So I said, let's give them a call. Let's give Shimano a call. Let's see what they say. I'm going to call their recall number that's on here. We'll see what happens. See if they answer. See if I can still get these replaced and what they say. From what I've heard, I'd still bring it to a bike shop. No big deal. I'll bring it to my buddies over at Black Rock Bicycles and they can, you know, they'll get it replaced for me, I guess. But let's call them, see what they even say in the first place. See if this is something they'll still do, even in 2024, end of 2024, when this happened in 1997. So, let's get on the phone with them, see what they need.
Welcome to Shimano. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. For fishing customer service, dial 1. For bicycle customer service, dial 2. For operator assistance, Please stay on the line.
Let's try 2.
Thank you for calling Shimano, home of the Pro, Laser, and BikeFitting.com brands. Your call may be recorded or monitored. If you are calling regarding our fishing products, please press star now. Press 1 if you are a consumer. Press 2 if you are a dealer.
1, I guess.
You are next in queue.
Thank you for calling Shimano. This is
Hi, how's it going?
good.
Hi, so I guess I have a bike here, and it has a recalled crankset. It has one of the CT90 cranksets on it. And it said to give you guys a call to work on getting it replaced, I guess.
Okay, yeah, we're still honoring that older recall. You would handle that through your local bicycle shop. They can give us a call, and we would send out the replacement parts.
Okay, so go talk to them, and they know what to do.
If they don't, just have them call this same number, and we can explain everything and get them all set up.
Okay, sounds good. I'll go do that. Thank you.
Sounds good. You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye now.
All right, they still honor a warranty. They still honor a recall from 1997, and they knew exactly what it was. So, I guess we're going to Black Rock. What time is it right now? Is it lunchtime? Yeah, we can go drop it off. Let's go drop it off, and we'll see what we can do. See what they can do for us here. Alright, so there we go. Bikes, not there anymore. Got dropped off at Black Rock Bicycles. They said they would give them a call. They had it covered. Let me know in the next day or two what they said. No idea how long it's going to take to ship them, or what all is covered. Supposedly they replace a bunch of stuff is what I read online and what people were saying, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'll let you know when I get an update, just what they're sending out, how long it's going to be. Like I said, it's my wife's mountain bike. It's November, end of November. She's not riding her mountain bike. She's not riding any bike currently right now because it's too cold. So not a big deal how long it takes. We'll see what happens. Worst case, just got to take it back till it comes in and just hangs in the garage. So I'll keep you guys updated. Overall, pretty smooth so far. Hopefully it keeps on going that way. So it's the next day. It's in the morning. It's 9:30 in the morning. Just got a call from Black Rock. They said that they talked to Shimano on the phone. They're sounding out a whole new kit for it. So gonna be crankset, bottom bracket, and the front derailleur, which is perfect. That's all I really need for that, because I don't need a chain because it's 10 speed now. So parts are coming. He said it should be kind of late next week probably. They'll be here. If they get it earlier, cool. I'm not expecting too much. Next week is Thanksgiving, so mail's gonna slow down, not go anywhere on Wednesday. So the end of next week, or the beginning of the following week. So should have the bike back, brand new crankset. So everything looks good. I'll let you guys know when they call and say the bike's all ready, and we'll go pick it up. All right, so it is the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, so I think that's been 2 weeks, right? So with Thanksgiving in there, 2 weeks, just got a call from Black Rock. Said the bike's all set to go. They got all the parts in. So new cranks, new bottom bracket, new front derailleur. I'm excited to go see it. So let's head on over to Black Rock, pick it up, see how it looks, see how everything turned out. Sounds like everything went great. So there we go. If you look right back there, there's the Trek Mountain Track. Got it picked up. So they swapped out the crank, the bottom bracket, the front derailleur, and they even sent an 8-speed chain. Obviously we don't need an 8-speed chain. So they sent all that stuff, it's swapped out. Let's head back to the garage. Let's talk about this cool, just awesome thing that they still honor this warranty from almost 30 years ago. So let's head back to the garage, show you guys what they all did, and show you the finished product here. So back at the garage, so we got the Trek Mountain Track back from getting its new crankset on there. So like I said, so pretty much they were able to swap out the bottom bracket, the crankset, the front derailleur, and there was a chain included too. Obviously we didn't use a chain because it's 10 speed now, so 8-speed chain won't work, but for all of that, you get a pretty, they cover a lot of stuff for just this crank recall. I'm not sure why they replaced the front derailleur, but they replaced it. Bottom bracket makes sense, and crankset obviously makes sense, and the chain makes sense too, because your chain is going to be worn out if you're riding that old one still. So kind of makes sense for that to be the case, but it works all good. It looks pretty good. You know, I will miss the silver crankset. It looked pretty good on the bike because it's kind of that old school kind of look to it. The black does look pretty good too. Let me know what you guys think. I think the black looks pretty good. Pretty cool that they still offer this recall 30 years later. So if you have that original crankset, the ones I listed at the beginning of the video, I'm gonna have a link down in the description below. You can check out the information on the recall, so you can get the information you need. Contact Shimano if you want to contact Shimano, or at least give that information to your local bike shop, who's ultimately going to be the ones that has to contact them and get the parts ordered in. Pretty cool they still offer this. Awesome. I know there's tons of these 90s mountain bikes still hanging around. They use the crank sets into the 2000s, so I'm sure there's some on those bikes as well. But I mean, this bike is set to go now. It's set to go. It's safe. My wife shouldn't have a problem. I don't think she would have had a problem in the first place, but now for sure she's not going to have a problem. They look beefier, and I don't think we really sacrificed any kind of quality by doing the recall. I think this is going to work just perfectly fine for this bike. So, big thanks to Black Rock Bicycles up here in Reno, Nevada. Big thanks to them for getting that recall work done on the Trek Mountain Track for me and getting that ordered and replaced. They did an awesome job. Got it all set, ready to go. If you're up in the northern Nevada area and you have mountain bikes and you need them serviced, head over to Black Rock Bicycles. I'm going to link for them as well in the description. If you guys learned something or at least found it somewhat entertaining, give this video a big thumbs up. Appreciate the support. Any comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Love talking to you guys. Love answering questions you guys have. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today.